The more he read, the more ideas he got. And those ideas provided the spark that allowed my late friend John Goddard to experience more of life than most people ever dream about. But as a 15-year-old, John did much more than just dream. He wrote a list of life goals that would shape his life and chart his course for decades to come. With his parents' strong encouragement, John became committed to not just being a spectator, but becoming an active participant in the game of life. Here's a small sampling of what I'm talking about. He wanted to explore the Nile, Amazon, and Congo rivers, study primitive cultures in the Congo, New Guinea, Brazil, Borneo, the Sudan, and he was nearly buried alive in a sandstorm there. Australia, Kenya, those are other places that he wanted to go to and study primitive cultures. He wanted to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, Mount Kenya, the Matterhorn, Mount Rainier, Mount Fuji, the Grand Tetons. He wanted to carry out careers in medicine and exploration. He studied pre-med to treat illnesses among primitive tribes. He wanted to visit every country in the world. He wanted to study the Navajo and Hopi Indians. He wanted to learn to fly a plane, ride a horse in the Rose Parade. These are all crazy things that were written down when he was 15. He wanted to photograph Sutherland Falls, New Zealand, Yosemite Falls, Niagara Falls. He wanted to retrace the travels of Marco Polo and Alexander the Great. He wanted to become an Eagle Scout, and everything I've mentioned so far, he's done it. He wanted to dive in a submarine, land on and take off from an aircraft carrier, fly in a blimp, a hot air balloon, and a glider, ride an elephant, a camel, an ostrich, and a bronco. He wanted to skin dive to 40 feet and hold his breath 2.5 minutes underwater. He's done all these things. He wanted to catch a 10-pound lobster in a 10-inch abalone. He wanted to play the flute and the violin, type 50 words a minute, take a parachute jump, learn water and snow skiing, go on a church mission, learn defense, learn jiu-jitsu, teach a college course. Still, all of these are checks. Write a book. He did this on his Nile trip. Publish an article in National Geographic magazine. High jump 5 feet, broad jump 15 feet. Run a mile in 5 minutes. Perform 200 sit-ups and 20 pull-ups. Learn French, Spanish, and Arabic. He wanted to visit the birthplace of his grandfather Sorensen in Denmark. Read the Bible from cover to cover. He's done it. Read the works of Shakespeare, Plato, Aristotle, Dickens, Thoreau, Poe, Rousseau, Hemingway, Twain, and others. He's done it. He wanted to become proficient in the use of a plane, motorcycle, tractor, surfboard, rifle, pistol, canoe. He wanted to circumnavigate the globe. He did it 4 times. He wanted to marry and have children. He has 5. He wanted to drive a dog sled through the high Sierras. John was a truly unique person, and I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to hike with him twice. First with my friend Dave Armento, and a decade later with my son Ty. And every New Year's Day, I'd receive a call from John wishing me a happy new year and encouraging me to set big goals and make the new year the best one yet. Maybe we don't have to be as aggressive as John Goddard with the goals, but we'd all probably live a bit more if we followed his example and the advice of Helen Keller. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. This is Tommy Newberry, because mindset makes all the difference.